Lights, camera, action.
Divorced, beheaded, and died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Hi.
So, this is the story of
Henry the Sixth.
Henry the
Seventh.
Henry the
Fifth.
Henry the
Eighth.
Yes. So you are Henry the Eighth?
Yes, I'm
Oh my-
Henry the Eighth.
My goodness, what an honor, Your Majesty. I hear about you all the time in my history books in the future.
Yes. I was
Why are you so famous?
Because I started a new religion.
You started a new religion?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So, what was the religion of the time before you started your new religion?
It
Catholic Church.
it was Catholic Church.
The Catholic Church. And so the boss of the Catholic Church
Was in
The-
Vatican.
Yes, in the Vatican, and his title was the
Pope.
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 Yes, I see.
But
And what happened if you were friends? Why did you stop being friends?
because I want a son, and I have first wife, but she didn't give me a son.
She didn't give you a son? Did she give you any children?
Yes, she gave me one daughter.
And what was this daughter's name?
Harry.
Mary.
Mary.
What was this daughter's name?
Mary.
Ah, this is your daughter Mary.
Yes.
I see. Okay, very well. And you were not satisfied with such a wonderful daughter?
No.
She
I
could
wasn't
not-
satisfied.
Aha.
So I started a new religion, and I divorced with her mother.
I see. And so who was her mother? Who was her mother?
Her mother was
Catherine of Aragon.
I see. Where was Catherine of Aragon from?
Of Aragon.
Aragon in the country that is
Spain.
Spain. I see. I see. I think her mother and father were also the king and the queen of Spain. Yes. She was a princess.
Yes.
Yes, coming from a very rich country. So she brought lots of money to the English treasury when she came to marry Henry VIII. Was she first married to Henry VIII or to Henry VIII's brother?
First. Mother.
His brother, I see. And then what happened to his brother?
He died.
I see, I see, I see. I see. And then so after his brother, Arthur, his name was Arthur?
Arthur.
King Arthur, I see. He died, and then who became king?
Yes.
Who became king? Who?
Henry.
Yes. And so Henry married
Married
his brother's
his brother's
Widow.
sister.
widow.
Widow.
A widow is the wife who survives and when the husband dies. So, I see. Okay, so were they married for a long time?
Yes.
How many years?
Lot.
Lots of years, huh? More than 15 years?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And so they only had Mary and they wanted to have a boy.
Yes.
I see. So what happened?
so I divorced with her, and I married a new
I married
I married Anne Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn.
Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn.
I see. Aha. Now, how did you meet Anne Boleyn? Why did you fall in love with Anne Boleyn?
Because she was very nice, very beautiful.
I see. Was she conventionally typically beautiful of the English?
No,
No, she wasn't. She was.
more beautiful.
Ah, I see. She was dark, wasn't she? Dark hair,
Yes.
long dark hair. And Was she fat or thin?
She was thin.
She was thin. And did she have any talents?
Yes, she was very clever.
I see.
She can play the
Lute.
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 She could play the lute.
She could play the lute.
I see, I see. And did Henry have any musical talents?
Yes, I have.
Ah, Your Majesty. I address you in the third person because I am so intimidated by the majesty of your presence.
But I wasn't satisfied with her, so she was beheaded.
She was beheaded. Why didn't you just divorce her like the first one?
She didn't want.
She didn't want to be divorced?
Yes.
She wanted to be beheaded?
No.
No. Why didn't you divorce her then?
More. It was more work.
Yes, I see. So had you gone through a lot of trouble and a lot of work to divorce Catherine of Aragon, your first wife?
Yes.
I see. So
And
by now you were fed up.
Fed up. And I think I gave the first wife a castle.
Ooh,
No?
no. Fourth wife,
The
Anne of
fourth
Cleves. That's okay. Don't nevadí. You're doing really well. I'm gonna edit this anyway. So
So she was beheaded.
so she was beheaded. I see. Oh my goodness. Did you have a child with her? Did she give you a prince? No, you said
No.
she didn't. Sorry.
No, she didn't.
Did she give you any child?
No.
No?
Yes, one
Yes, and a boy or a girl?
girl.
A girl. I see. So you had one girl already with your first wife,
Yes,
and her
I-
name is
Mary.
Mary. I see. Who is here?
Hi.
I see. Mary. Were you happy when he married Anne Boleyn?
No.
I see. Do you think it was bad for England that he marries Anne Boleyn?
Yes.
And why? Is Anne Boleyn of the same religion as your mum?
No.
I see. What religion?
The
Protestant.
Protestant.
Protestant. And you and your mum?
We are a
Catholic.
Catholic.
Katolicki. Catholic. I see. I see. Yes, also another country.
Yes.
Bohemia and Czech area experienced a problem between Protestant and Catholic, and they had wars. In fact, they started there. Yeah, I know. That's okay. Right. Okay. I'm going to edit it anyway. Okay, so I'm going to go back to your father now, and now you will be Jane Seymour. Okay?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you got rid of Anne Boleyn.
Yeah.
So that was it. So did you meet anybody else?
Yes.
Poor Anne Boleyn, by the way.
I met Jane Seymour.
Jane Seymour. And what did you hope to have with Jane Seymour that Anne Boleyn and Catherine of Aragon did not give you?
The son.
The son, I see. So did she succeed? Or did you end up divorcing her or beheading her as well?
No, she died.
Oh, I see. She died before or after your son was born? Get angry with me. Say, after my son was born, stupid.
After my son was born. Stupid.
Oh, yes, Your Majesty, I'm very sorry. I should have thought of that by myself. And if you ask me stupid questions again...
If you ask me stupid questions again, I will kill you.
Ooh,
Also.
Your Majesty, all right, then I will be very careful in this interview. And thank you once again for taking the time to take part in it. For the future to watch on television in a documentary. So Jane Seymour died. So were you all right now? Were you satisfied that you had a son? Tell me about your son. What was his name? What is his name?
My son's name was
Damn.
was
Edward.
Edward.
Ah, Edward. I
But
see.
she wasn't from a queen, so
No, he was.
he was.
Yeah, he was. He was from Jane Seymour.